This is about one of the dumbest posts that I've seen in a very long time. This person who posted this or created this is saying that a real man, Will Smith demonstrates that he is a real man because although she cheated on him, she embarrassed him, she humiliated him, that the fact that he didn't leave her, the fact that he's still with her, demonstrates that he is a real man because he's going to fight for her, that he's a fighter, and that he's going to be there for her and for their children. This is stupid. This is dumb. This demonstrates that he set himself up to be cheated on. He set himself up to be entangled. He set himself up to be embarrassed. And frankly, he should be. Now, I respect his career as an actor and as a rapper, but as a husband, I don't respect his career. As a father, I'm good. But as a husband, hell to the no. You see, when you tell a person, and this goes both across the board, men and women, when you tell a person that divorce is not an option, when you tell a person that we will work through anything, when you tell a person that I don't care what you do, we are not going to end this marriage, and especially when you're doing it in his case because of the pain and suffering he felt from the ending of his first marriage and what his son went through from that first marriage. When you tell a person something like that, let's be real. A person feels they have carte blanche to do whatever they desire to do. That if they see somebody that intrigues them, see somebody that they can gain a little temporary pleasure, if they decide that they want to say something that they normally would not say because they know you're not going anywhere, sure, we'll argue, we'll have some fights, we'll go to counseling, it'll be all right. But it emboldens a person to go out and humiliate you. It emboldens a person to cheat on you when you give them a blank check to say that no matter what you do, we will always be together. That is not a real man. A real man has more self respect for himself that he will not allow himself to be treated in such fashion as Will Smith was treated. Now, I'm not saying that I know everything that goes on within their household. I don't know all the nooks and crannies of everything, but what they have exposed about themselves does not demonstrate Will Smith as a real man. If anything, it shows him to be a real sucker, a real chump, because he gave his wife, Jada, a blank check to do whatever she chooses because he's not going anywhere. And who benefits from this? Certainly not Will. If it's financial, Will is the greater financial, has greater finances and the greater financial potential than Jada. We all know this. This is acceptable. But when a person feels like they can do anything and still have all the benefits, they go and they do anything. And the only people who were chanting that, yay, this is real man, this is a real man, this is a real man, were women. And I often find it interesting that when it comes to what a real man is, it is usually something that benefits a woman. In the same way, men will say, this is a real woman, because it's what benefits you as a man. In truth, a real man or woman is someone who stands up for themselves, or someone who has enough self respect for themselves to not allow themselves to be taken advantage of, to be disrespected, to be treated in this form, in this fashion. That is a real man. Staying with someone who is toxic, staying with someone who is controlling, staying with someone who's narcissistic, staying with someone who is mentally abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive, staying with someone for the sake of the children does not make you a real man, does not make you a real woman. Having self respect, doing what's best for yourself and then the whole, that makes you more of a real man or a real woman. My children grew up perfectly fine without me being in the house because what they can never say is that I was an absentee father. As a matter of fact, it got to a point where my kids said, don't call me every day because we don't have nothing new to talk about because I was so involved into their lives. I didn't miss games. I didn't miss plays. I didn't miss nothing. I was there for all of it. Sure, I would have loved to have been in the house with them, but they did not lack from their father, and they did not lack from having a mother. So the fact that people stay together for the children, oftentimes you end up doing more harm to the children. You teach them how to not have a good relationship and how to stay in a toxic relationship. And that is all that he has taught. He has taught his children how to stay in a toxic relationship, how to let someone run over them, embarrass them, treat them like trash, and yet you still remain. This is why I always say divorce is an option. It is not meant to be taken as a threat, but it is meant to be understood that if you or I do not continue to do what is necessary to make this relationship great, divorce is an option. It should inspire you to say that, you know what, I can't get lazy as a husband. I can't get lazy as a wife. I need to constantly and consistently be aware of what I'm doing, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, how I look, how I treat my spouse. I need to constantly be aware of it because the beginning of a marriage is not the end of the relationship. It is truly the beginning of the relationship. And the work it took for you to get into the marriage now takes you that work plus more because now you have to identify changes that each person goes through in order to maintain the marriage. I am not the same person that my wife met 5, 6 years ago. I have grown. I have changed. I am different. She is not the same woman. There are different things about her. She has come to like new things. She has come to like different things. And it is my responsibility as the man on the man side to make sure I am paying attention to those changes. I'm adapting to those changes. And as long as those changes don't start becoming something that is on my I'm never going to do that list, I'm never going to be that list, I cannot tolerate that type of behavior, then we're good. I'll keep adjusting just as she keeps adjusting. That's the work of being a real man or a woman. That's the work of making sure that you maintain your marriage. Not you go do whatever you want to do, and I don't care what you do, but I will slap somebody for you. But I ain't gonna slap the man you were sleeping with, but I'm gonna slap somebody who made some jokes about your hair. It's not a real man. It's not a real man at all. So, ladies, if you're looking for that, you're looking for a sap, somebody that you don't respect. And what woman wants to be with a man that she doesn't respect? What man wants to be with a woman that he doesn't respect? So, what do you guys think? Is Will Smith a real man? Is that the caliber of a real man? Or is that just some bullshit so that people can go and do whatever they want to do and still get the benefits of the other person? Always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.